Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus. One more time. And I got what we often call little gibbets and sometimes little golden nuggets that could be used perhaps in the assist of our pursuit. I want to share with you something that I think is important. I know it's important to me and it might be important to you. And it's called the government offer that is kept secret. The government offer that is kept secret from you. You know, at the next national election of 2020, it will choose representatives of you, the people. You will choose these representatives to be the public image of you. And keeping that in mind, I'd like to remind you that you have tried white rule and it failed you. You have tried black rule and it failed you as well. Presently, you, as many might consider, as the devil, as the U.S. head of state. And even this so-called devil, by some, is failing you also. Now, considering these facts, to you, I propose giving God a chance. Now, what does giving God a chance have to offer? I suggest to you that it offers peace, prosperity, freedom, joy of life, fulfillment of dreams, careers of choice, which is the gift of joy, health care from the womb to the tomb, education unlimited and unrestricted, shelter, food, and clothing for as long as you shall live, that your needs, your wants, your desires, that all your dreams may be fulfilled and paid for in full, in advance. Now this is a benefit that your career entitles you to. Wow. Did you hear that? I would repeat it for you, but I think I'll just leave it for you to rewind it. Did you hear what God has for you? Did you hear what God has to offer? Did you hear that? Now listen, it's not true. It's a little bit more. Let me tell you what else it does. It eliminates poverty. It eliminates crime. It eliminates violence. It eliminates hatred and racism, terror and war, lying and cheating, stealing and killing. But the next question should be, how do you transcend this normal accepted way to such a divinely heavenly way that works for all, as I've just described here? Well, I've heard that question asked many times before. And with the answer that was given back in the days before my maturation, I didn't understand. But today, I do. You know, the way to transcend the now to what you want is, for this particular purpose and cause, you must be born again. Oh, don't panic, don't panic. Don't panic when I say born again. Let me explain to you what I'm talking about. I'm basically saying that you must desire a better way of life. And that to the point of resisting the normalcy of life and reflecting in action, words and deeds, a new way of living, for which you are willing to die at the hands of the murderer before yielding to the threat. Now, that's what gets people. Being born again means all of that stuff that you've always been learning from the time that you can remember up until right now. That which is trash has got to go. And the only thing that is real can remain. And the blank will be filled in with real. And where does that come from? That comes from truth. And where does that come from? To the mature searching heart and spirit. You don't know it all at once. But by George, that you can comprehend, you grab it right away, and your heart and your mind and your whole soul and your spirit is open wide. Wide. Searching for any and all truth. Well, that's what I mean when I say being born again. Now, what's the problem? A government as wonderful as this must be kept secret from you, the people, so that you may remain in bondage. They will tell you, though, as the word though goes, if they are paid, you pay them, they'll tell it. They ain't no push it, but they'll tell it if you pay it. So, ladies and gentlemen, what I'm saying now is that for further information, I would refer you to a video or YouTube video that's posted by Eddie Marcus, and it is entitled, "You Are Nothing But a Devil." For those of you who heard this message to this point and not really clear about what I've said and what I'm saying, watch that video. It's about 4 minutes long. "You Are Nothing But a Devil," Eddie Marcus, YouTube. And another one is entitled, "You Are Being Robbed by the Devil." You are being robbed by the devil. Also YouTube, Eddie Marcus. And the last one I would refer you to, it's about 8 minutes long, and it's entitled, you are in hell living to make money. You are in hell living to make money. And you get a chance to watch any of those three, and if you really got interest, the three will be there waiting for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, having listened to the message that I've shared with you, I want you to take from it with what is going on now in our society. Donald Trump got a lot of people that worked with him, worked around him. Some have been thrown under the bus. Many are locked up in jail and in prison. A lot of them are on investigations. And yet and still, Donald Trump requires loyalty. Everybody that's a part of his association, he requires from them loyalty. And the ones that walk away is determining that they cannot commit to that degree when called upon to respond to some inquiry, then even Trump still tries to impose upon them loyalty. So loyalty is very important. Now, you can liken what Trump does to the devil because, you know, we say the devil is the opposite end of God, the opposite end of good. And we can say that when it comes down to Trump because Trump has made it so obvious. He stands up in the public and tells lies, lies, lies. And with the technology today, the whole world knows that Trump is a liar. You can't trust anything that's coming out of his mouth. And even though half of the American people do, even when they know it's a lie, they just quantify it anyway. So, everybody knows that. So, when you hear Trump stand up and say what he is saying, and expecting loyalty, people to back it up when they know that he's lying, he's recruiting other support to empower the demonic spirit behind what he's trying to do. Looking for demonic spirits to empower this kind of fakery, this kind of lies to stand. And he asks for loyalty. Well, God asks for no less loyalty. When you are a child of God, when you've gone through life and you become back as a prodigal, what you have learned is God is the ultimate. And so what you have gone along with in the world, Now, since your rejuvenation, your new birth, you don't go along with that crap anymore. Before, you were in the middle, just trying to survive. They want to rock the boat, let everybody get along and get along. You go to church and just talk about the history and come on now, get along, and the world go to hell in a hot basket, and you talking about how much power you got from your connection with a power that's unseen. And yes, we know the power that is unseen is sitting over there with you, doing nothing to prevent or to end. So you got no power at all until somebody's able to move you. And so there's another that requires loyalty. And that is those who will not go along with the devil. I don't care if let me give you an example. You got laws that are passed saying that you got to have a driver's license to drive. Now, anybody know in order to drive just to save your soul or save your life or anybody else's life, you got to learn how to drive. No doubt about that. So you don't have too much of a problem with getting people to learn how to drive because people don't want to get hurt. But now the fact that you got to have a license to drive has nothing to do with your ability to drive. It has to do with control. It has to do with money. It has to do with a bunch of other things that we don't even know about, but definitely control and money. So that has nothing to do with life. That has nothing to do with heaven on earth. That's a plan that's concocted by the anti-God. That's the part that's concocted by that which wants to keep the secret of life from you. Now, you get born again. You see that what I just told you. You see it has nothing to do with your ability to drive a car. Now that you're born again, you need to get someplace, but you got rid of your license. You let them expire. You don't want them. Why? Because you know now that you don't need them. So what do? Do you not drive because the law has been passed that says you cannot drive unless you got this with you? Or do you go and drive in spite of that, knowing that if you get stopped, you're going to get arrested? Now you're rocking the boat. Now you're making things difficult for you. Things could have just been so much easier if you had just gone on and got your license. That was just a minor thing. You could just go on and pay that little $25, got your license, and everything would have been smooth. You wouldn't have to go through these changes. But the law of life, the law of God, the law of love demands that you don't. That you get stopped and you say what I just said. You don't have to, but you can just say it. They're going to take you downtown and lock you up. They might give you a ticket and just take your car. In any event, they're going to get some out of you, some more money for impounding your car. And still, you want to get it, you got to go get those licenses, that's some more money. If you want to fight in court, that's court costs, that's some more money. All the rocking that you're doing. But the law of life requires that you go through all of it. And you go to that court of law. And you stand up and you say just what I have said. You're no longer a part of a world that's dying. It may be just the nucleus. I don't know. You may just be the embryo of a brand new way of life, a new way of going, because you surely are not going to go back the way everybody else is doing with their license in their pocket, with they going out there, paying the fee, all of that. No, that's over for you. See, so I'm saying to you, that a child of God recognizes the difference between fake and truth. Those things that are genuinely true, it's done. It has nothing to do with the law. It has nothing to do with the system. It has to do with truth. And when you come up against something that's not, you do what is right. You make the law conform to you, not you conform to the law. Let me say that again. You make the law conform to you, and not you to the law. Loyalty, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Goodbye.